Yippee-ki-yay, mother. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Son of a nutcracker.
Welcome to Mantherapy, a new podcast with four longtime friends talking about life, current events, and everything in between. Full discretion, we are not real therapists, but we suspect most therapists only wish they were us. We're just four guys with different opinions that still manage to love each other no matter our differences. The act of sharing a burden, fostering laughter, and lending an ear to a brother is the basis and foundation of what we call man therapy. So throw another log on the fire, oil up your beard if you have one, grab a beverage of choice and relax. We welcome you to the Man Therapy Podcast. Welcome back into the Man Therapy Podcast. This is part 2 of the Man Therapy Christmas special. We now send you back to our 2021 Cheermeister, Jeff.
All right, so now, guys, we will go into our most hated Christmas song. And everybody's got one that's overplayed and makes you want to ram your head through a wall. So we'll start out with Ray. Ray, what is your most hated Christmas song?
So for a quick backstory, for a good bit of the past 12 years, I've worked in retail, in a retail store. And as you know,
So
as soon
all
as
of them?
Halloween's over, the Christmas music is playing, and I loathe this song with a passion. All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey can
You're
go
dead to
into
me.
the burning
You're dead to me.
lava sands of
You're dead to me.
Hades.
You're dead to me.
To Hades.
You're dead
I've
to me,
heard
man.
that song more than any of y'all combined. Combined,
Oh, my
I've heard this
gosh,
song
man.
more.
He probably has.
It came on,
probably
I kid you not,
has.
20 times a day throughout the course of a 12-hour day.
It doesn't
6
bring
days a week.
hatred and rage out of me like Ray, but
Oh my gosh.
So
that's my vote.
I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
20 times a day.
Oh my gosh, man.
In the
I
Geneva
like that one
Convention,
all right.
that was like, you can't do
I'm-
that anymore. Through the acts of war, you can't play her song 20 times.
Oh, what if you did that at Guantanamo Bay?
That would break anyone.
Oh, I got
Break
a couple
anyone
that would
out
break
into
anybody.
song.
The suicide
Break
rate
them out
would
into
break up.
mental madness. Anyways, that's
Well,
mine.
All right, so we know Ray's a Grinch. So now we will go to Mike. Mike, what is your most hated Christmas song?
Okay, listen, I have 4. Okay,
Oh, dear Jesus.
and this makes me want to stab someone. All of these.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go. Number 1 overall. Mother Paul McCartney's "Wonderful Christmas Time." That song. Him for writing it. Him for recording it.
Think about
All right.
the editor, Mike. Think about that.
There's,
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
there's
Pat.
going to be so many beeps right here.
I hate that song with a passion. I feel like Ray with that one, with his Mariah Carey hatred. But that song, oh my God, I can't stand it.
You can't
See,
hate
I
a
worked
Beatle.
retail.
A wonderful Christmas.
Oh my God, I
You
want
can't hate
to.
Beatles.
I want to bomb you. I want to send a Unabomber bomb to your house right now. But nobody would know where that's in because you don't tell us where your address is. Damn it.
You're on a
This
list.
is all hypothetical, by the way.
Mike is on a list.
Man, we're
Hypothetically.
so going to get banned.
Hypothetically,
Mike is
allegedly.
on
Oh
the
yeah, I'm going to jail. I'm sure at some point. And he'll be like,
next
"It's a
song.
joke. It's a
Next,
joke."
next
song.
song.
Okay.
Let's segue to the next one.
Okay, "Christmas Shoes" by New Song. I hate Christmas
Oh,
shoes.
yeah. Yeah, it can,
That
it
song-
can eat a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a fan, so
It can
I'm
eat a
sorry.
whole
Would
bag
you
of them.
sentimental bitch?
A whole
I am,
bag
man.
of
Just
them.
just
I'm
pull
a
up
fan, man.
pull up the lyrics and read it and feel good inside. Or
No, listen. I'm not arguing that it has a good premise, that it has a good story, but that song sucks. So bad. I hate it. I don't want to ever hear it. Okay, I'm gonna move forward.
Uh-huh.
All right. The Jackson 5, I Saw Mommy Kisses Santa Claus. I hate that song. I don't know why. I just can't stand it.
It's classic.
Yeah, it is a classic,
It
but I
is
can't
very
stand it. But I could stand it over these other three.
I like
Okay.
Frosty
Okay.
the Snowman.
And I'm going back to the Beatles. John Lennon's Happy Christmas or Xmas, War is Over. I can't stand that song either.
That's good though.
Yeah, good premise. I hate it. But I tell you what, Paul McCartney's Wonderful Christmas Time. I hate that song so bad.
So what
Look,
we
I'm
learned
so
from
proud
Mike,
of you right there. Like Mike didn't drop a F-bomb again.
What we
Just
learned
like
from
trying to be
Mike
polite.
is that
I know he was.
That was
Mike
hard.
Mike hates our editors, and he also hates the Beatles.
No, I like the Beatles somewhat, but I hate Wonderful Christmas
Look,
Time.
there it is. There it is. You see
All
what
right.
you did? That's
Next
all
up.
on. That's on you, Ray. All right. So now we move on
That
to.
song.
Well, that's on you too. All right. So we move on to Pat now. Pat, hit me with with your most hated Christmas song, brother.
Probably this podcast because I'm gonna have to take out a loan to buy like extra bleeps.
I don't know that. I don't know that this podcast has been very Christmas friendly tonight. but-
Die Hard isn't Christmas friendly. I'll tell you that.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, who hates Pat? Raise your hand.
I'm raising both hands. Both hands.
And when
Both hands.
these
Liars.
F-bombs come out from Mike,
Liars.
this one's going to be on you because you brought the.
Okay.
You're kicking a dead horse.
Okay, my number 2 most hated song was Christmas Shoes, as Mike, we've already got our grief out. But my number 1 most hated Christmas song is Same Old Lang Sin by Daniel Fogelberg. It's the met my old lover at the grocery store. You know that one?
Yes.
Not a clue.
Oh my God. Snow was falling Christmas Eve. No, I'm not. I'm gonna
I
quit.
know what you're talking about.
But
The whole name, I don't even know if you were speaking English. That
Same
entire time.
Old Lang Sin. Just look it up. Look it up on
By Marcus
Spotify.
Fogelberg. What's his name?
Yeah, Fogelberg. And
Fogelberg?
yes, and listen to
Fogel
Voldemort? Voldemort?
McLovin.
I don't. Yes, it is. This song makes me want a ladybird out of the car. Just open the door and just like take my seatbelt off and just like
Look what I can
just merrily like just fall out and let the other cars hit me coming down the road. I mean, this song, hands down, is the worst Christmas song ever, and like to the point where. It's like I wish this guy wasn't blessed with musical talents at all, and
Wow.
it is that bad.
I wish
He
you
never
weren't
could have
talented.
written this song.
I'm about to hit y'all with the worst Christmas song ever.
No, I already did.
No,
Mariah Carey,
no,
All I Want for Christmas.
no.
She is the dead
This,
horse.
Paul
if
McCartney.
you're saying that one is overplayed, the one I'm about to tell you is the most overplayed song
Bring it.
there is.
Bring it.
Santa Baby.
Oh,
What?
That's a
No.
best song.
That's
Santa baby.
It's- No, sir. No, sir.
That is the
Oh,
best
It makes me
Christmas
want.
song.
Baby.
It makes me want to jam toothpicks into my ears.
Makes me want to bust a move and bust a seam. I love
I
it.
bet. Have you read the lines in the song?
No, you shouldn't read any Christmas music because you'll probably be canceled.
No.
Just like it for what
no,
it is.
no. Come and trim my Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man.
I mean,
Who
when
doesn't
you
want
buy-
to do that?
When you buy a Christmas tree, you gotta trim
You
the
gotta
tree.
trim it.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
So there's
hey,
nothing
man.
sexual
Your
about this
Christmas
song.
tree
ever.
comes from a box from Walmart. Sorry for the
When
people
would-
who buy a live Christmas tree who have to trim it.
Uh-huh.
So you're saying you don't like it trimmed?
Yep. So you like au naturel?
Oh my God.
I'm definitely not going here. I'm definitely not going there with you guys. I'm not. No,
Moving
sir.
on. Moving on.
Nope.
We're trying.
Nope.
We're trying.
Not
to go
today,
there.
Satan. No. No, 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 no.
No, all right.
The song,
Well, that's it for this podcast.
the song was
Prude.
written, like how in 1953. That's when it was written. So
Yeah.
how does
Basically, the song is about a gold digger who wants money.
yeah. I mean, are you more mad at the woman in the song? Are you more mad? Or you
No,
hate
I'm
the
just
sound?
like the sound, man. Like anytime that song comes on, I just feel my face tense up.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I ask you guys? I mean, it's kind of almost related on this. The baby is cold outside.
Yeah.
No, it's
Same.
just
It makes my face hurt.
I like that song.
I
the
like that song.
Awful
No.
premise. Great song.
I mean, I think a lot of people try to read more into it than what it actually was saying. I mean,
It has some innuendo.
right. It had innuendos, but it also
Now-
was like it was the culture at that time, and she was trying to be, like, oh, I gotta go.
Great
but
explanation.
I really want to stay.
I'm about to-
Well, I mean, like I read some explanation one time, and it was just like it really kind of brought it together, and I was like, okay, maybe I can like this song.
I did like didn't Will Ferrell and that Zoe Deschanel
yeah.
do the rendition.
Yeah,
I
Zooey
did like
Deschanel.
I did like that. I will
Elf.
give them that.
So
And
yes.
We have
was one of my movies.
the record of She and Him and that Zoe Deschanel, and it is like
Listen.
her she's awesome singing Christmas.
That
songs.
girl has a voice, man.
She does.
I
She
mean,
does. So I'll give them that one on.
used
on
to
the-
have a huge crush on her.
She ain't ugly.
Nope.
I've heard rumors that she doesn't think Die Hard is a Christmas movie. So.
You
it's
shut
not.
your whorish
That's why
mouth. you
New Girl was
motherfucker.
canceled. That's what she gets.
No, dude, that was a funny show, by the way.
Oh, such a
Love-
great show.
love New Girl.
Such a great show.
Such a great show. All right, so now we will move on to, I guess, our
Our topics.
topics, right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so I will start us off, and so mine is: what is something that someone else does in your life that annoys you to no end? We're going to start off with Pat.
Oh, I wish you would ask me.
So let me see. This is a tough one. This is gonna sound petty, but at work, we at my previous job, they had a Keurig in the break room. I absolutely can't stand people leaving their old Keurig pouch, their Keurig cup, and not taking it out and throwing it away. It drives me insane, to the point that that I went on vacation one time and I came back and the entire office had taken every one of the Keurig cups that they had used that week and put it in the drawers of my desk.
Yes.
And,
That's awesome.
And it was
Yes.
like, but
I love it.
Like you could
I would
go
do that
in,
to you.
You could go into like some environmental
Absolutely.
crap because it filled up all of my drawers, like my actual desk drawers, not my
Boxers.
drawers.
Yeah.
It didn't fill up your panties.
Yeah. Yes. So
So the Keurig. All right, so Mike, what you got?
Okay. Tell me the question one more time.
So what is something that someone else does in your life that annoys you to no end?
survey says.
Oh my God. I mean, like, it
What day of the week is it?
well, I'm just saying, like, between. Oh man, I'm gonna have to say, like, there's too much stuff with the kids, like leaving their shit around the house or.
Beep.
Man, I'm gonna go with my two older kids leaving their clothes on the bathroom floor. Like, I don't know how many times I've said it. I don't know how many times my wife has said it, but every time they get out of the shower or the bath, there is just their pile of clothes left there. And hey,
Do I look like your
Oh.
The
mate?
grossness.
I hate
Oh,
that.
I'm
then we
telling
got
you, man.
Then we got Jeff.
So mine is when people invite you to do things and then they leave you out on their front porch for an hour
Oh my god.
beating on the door while
Hi-
you're sitting there in your tidy whities eating cheese popcorn,
Hypothetical.
watching God knows what on
This-
TV.
This sounds awful personal.
It is personal. It's very personal.
Where are you pulling this information from?
Life experience.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do tell.
You know, when you're friends with Ray, you never knew what you were going to get when he invited you to do something. Ray would be the one to invite you to go somewhere and then Ray not show up.
Right.
That's why I don't invite
right.
anybody to anything anymore.
Exactly.
All right, so I'm gonna finish mine up, and I had some help with mine because it's so hard, just figure out what's annoying to me. So I have kind of three to mine. It's like let's say one's for instance like buying an Apple Watch, but being a person who just like can't make a decision, and like even though you get an Apple Watch, you have to send it back because you just can't make a decision. Those kind of people bother me. Pat wouldn't know anything about that. Or let's say let's say that like
I
you
have
go
an
to
Apple Watch, by
you
the
go
way.
use someone else's shower, right? You're staying over their house, you're getting ready at their house, and there's like 15 washcloths just hanging everywhere in the shower. It's like they
Oh,
just
my
leave them
God.
out and they don't pick them up, and it's just, what kind of monster do you have to be that kind of person? And I'm sure Jeff knows nothing about that. Or let's say even someone who like
we
down
do
south, everything's we're cool. We take things slow, and maybe sometimes when you move up north and things kind of go a little faster. Just some southern people just so slow, and it takes them forever. They're always behind. Just that kind of stuff that annoys me to no end. Mike
I
wouldn't know
feel
anything
like
about
I
that.
know. I feel like Ray has
shit.
talked to. No, I feel
Damn.
like Ray. No,
This got really
no,
personal.
It did. You know,
I
no,
mean,
it is not
jeez.
personal with Ray. Ray has talked to our wives, and they have told on us what a jerk move.
Did
I don't
did
know.
you
What
did
the
you tell?
hell?
No, brother. No, he had the man. This was a setup from the get go.
Oh
and it is.
my
What?
gosh. Hey,
I
by,
mean,
the,
I
way,
don't-
by the way,
man.
Ray, I own an Apple Watch right now.
Oh.
I do.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. I'm just thinking about some stuff
By
that
the way,
annoys
there's
me.
only two rags. There's
Yeah.
only two rags in my shower right now.
I mean, if you're feeling self-conscious about it, maybe it annoys other people around y'all as well. But I'm just saying what annoys me. So, anyways, that is my segment. Moving on.
No. If,
Well,
wow. Can we just end the show there?
ouch.
I feel like
Oof.
Dude,
I
Ray-
feel
Personal.
violated. Like
Ray,
Personal.
jeez.
Ouch.
I don't even know how to take this right now.
Hey, Man Therapy Podcast, everybody, bring it.
Do it. We get it all out there.
Oh man. Just aired out everything.
All right, what's our next segment?
Damn it. Who is it? Is it me? I'll go. All right. So, in the news, I saw this. Woman allegedly breastfeeds cat on Delta Airlines flight. Now, I'm reading from Newsweek.com. All right. So, a woman on a recent Delta Airlines flight allegedly began to breastfeed her pet cat mid-flight and refused to stop after getting caught. The incident allegedly happened during a recent trip on board Delta Flight 1360, a route that travels between Syracuse, New York, and Atlanta, Georgia. An image posted to social media suggests that the purported cat breastfeeding happened while the plane was headed towards Atlanta, although it is not clear exactly when the incident happened. The image circulating online describes the supposed event in what appears to be a screen capture of a message sent using the aircraft communications addressing and reporting system. So I mean, like it's legit, which pilots use which pilots use to transmit short text-based messages to the ground. The message reports that a passenger is seat 13A is breastfeeding a cat and will not put cat back in carrier. In response to a request from a flight attendant, the message asks that the situation be addressed by the airline's Red Coat team upon landing. Delta describes members of the team as elite airport customer service experts who are specially trained to handle on-the-stop customer issues. Let's see. So, like, she was breastfeeding a hairless cat.
Did she have like one of those private mother privacy things?
The hairless cat even makes it worse somehow. I don't know how, but it did.
Hey, I got nipples. Greg, can you milk me too?
Question: the most important question here is: was the cat wearing a mask?
No, you know what?
Listen to this. Okay. Flight attendant Ainsley Elizabeth, I guess she was on TikTok, and she said this woman had one of those like hairless cats swaddled up in a blanket so it looked like a baby. Ainsley Elizabeth said in a follow-up video posted on November 13th, her shirt was up and she was trying to get the cat to latch, and she wouldn't put the cat back in the carrier, and the cat was screaming for its life.
I'm literally picturing a Dr. Evil scenario here from Austin Powers, man, with the hairless cat. That's all I'm seeing.
Sounds like some Georgia stuff.
It's
this sounds like a Syracuse, New York stuff, man. That's where it was coming from.
That's
I do want to know
rough.
more about this Delta Force Elite Red Coat team. This is I want to know
sure
more
John
about
McClane,
these people.
John McClane's on that team.
What's the elf team that goes in and rescues Santa?
Oh my gosh,
The tinsel, something tinsel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do they do? Just bust up in there and like
Tinsel
rip
has
the
so
cat
many
off her
uses.
nipple or something?
Listen,
Man,
I mean, like,
ma'am,
not
remove
just
the nipple
any cat.
from the cat's
Say,
mouth.
not just any cat,
A hairless cat.
a hairless cat.
But
listen, I mean,
the
like-
hairless cat. Yeah.
Who the breastfeeds a cat? And the cat was screaming for its life. Like, the cat didn't want to do it.
Her
The
editors,
cat
wanna
knew
do
it was
anything.
wrong.
our editors would rather breastfeed a cat than edit this podcast.
Yeah, that's true story.
I mean,
Look,
now
we're
listen.
gonna-
There's nothing wrong with a woman breastfeeding in public. Like, whatever. But
Thank you for
if you're
saying
trying to
that, white man.
breastfeed, right? But if you're trying to breastfeed a cat, go get some professional help.
We're gonna have to go back to things that annoy you, and we're gonna have to go back to Pat, and the things that annoy him is
Mike.
gonna be having to edit this podcast
Mike.
because of
Absolutely. All right,
All right, so let's stop that one on that one, and then
my
next
segment.
Talk, yeah.
And we're gonna go with
All right, so I found this article, and this apparently happened early December. The article says that it's from out of the UK, from Mira.com, or their version of Mira.co.uk. So I found this, and in a sense of the same way that Die Hard is a Christmas movie, because according to Mike, is because it happens at Christmas. Because this article happened at Christmas, this is a Christmas article, and this is also a shout out to all of the parents getting reamed by Walmart and by Amazon and by the resurrection of Toys R Us this year for buying gifts. Anyway, so this article, it got me. So troops from 11 Explosive Ordnance Disposal Regiment rushed to the Gloucester Hospital. I butchered
That sounds
that.
about right.
A hospital.
I think it's Gloucester.
Gloucester Hospital.
I think so.
Yeah. After being notified by police that a patient had presented or showed up with a munition in his rectum. The man was a military enthusiast who
I bet he was.
There he was.
found the shell while clearing out. Again, this is written in the UK. So, but somehow tripped and fell onto a 57 millimeter piece of Army ordnance that landed him in the hospital.
You said how? How big?
57 millimeters. So that's like, it's over 2 inches. It's over 2 inches.
Slipping right into the old prison pocket there.
The old hoo-ha. Yeah, and so it was used, the 57 millimeter mortar round. They showed a picture. They have a picture here in the article, and it
What?
It would put some people's Amazon order history to shame. Was used by the Royal Artillery in the Second World War as a anti-tank round. Though it would later be used
Anti-taint or or anti-tank?
Tank. Let's be clear.
Oh.
Tank.
Okay, tank, not tanked.
Though it would later be also used by British tanks in North Africa. So a source told the Sun, I guess, the guy said he found the shell while he was clearing out his stuff. He said he put it on the floor when he slipped and fell, and it went up his arse. So authorities said that we can confirm an Army explosive ordnance disposal team was called out to the hospital to by the request of local police. So there also have been reports that there was a can of petroleum jelly like laying next. No, that's not in the article, but
No.
It would have made for smooth entry.
How you slipped? He slipped.
Yeah.
Oops.
He slipped. Whoopsie.
Oops.
Accidental insertion.
Merry Christmas.
I think from what I'm seeing here is Gloucester might be the more correct pronunciation.
How does it get stuck though?
Oh,
Well, when one ammunition and another ammunition love each other very much.
I mean,
It's true.
what was it?
My favorite part is when they said he was an enthusiast. Yeah, he
He
was.
was
Yeah, he was.
Very,
Yeah, he was.
enthused.
He was
he
very
was.
enthused with that.
Yes, he was. He was listening to Santa Baby.
I mean, like,
His butt got hard.
I feel
sure
like there was
did.
Yes.
there was a
Merry
comedian,
Christmas.
I believe, that was talking about, I can't remember what exactly it was. It was something about inserting something into the old beehole, and you had to watch out because your beehole would just be like, mine.
What?
Right? You were wondering why how it got stuck.
Take that.
How did it get stuck? Because
It ate it.
listen, very tight butthole.
That was Mike's ASMR.
That's tight butthole, man. That's
Tight
tight.
butthole, bud.
Ain't that workaholics?
Real tight butthole. That is
That's
workaholics, bud.
Tight butthole.
You better not shout. You better not cry. You better not.
I'm telling you why.
Boy, I bet he shouted. He had to have.
Well, I guess this would land him on the naughty list.
Man.
Smuggling into the old prison pocket.
Up on the housetop,
That's,
click, click, click. Up through the chimney with mortar rounds. I don't know. Anyway,
That's,
Yeah.
I just thought that
Can we convert that into the American?
Can we go back to all right, so what was the dimensions of this thing again?
57 milliliters.
Yeah.
It's a
We need that.
It's a little over 2 inches. It's
What's
like
the-
2 1/4.
Oh,
Is
well,
that
you know.
was that the length or diameter?
We're talking tennis ball size.
Are we talking about one knuckle deep, 2 knuckles deep?
Sonic and Knuckles. What are we talking about here?
We have derailed. I knew
No.
this. I knew it would derail us.
Yeah, all this is edited.
No, keep it.
No, I mean,
It's a serious question. Like,
It is.
How do you slip and land so
don't.
perfectly? Like he slipped,
don't.
but yet
Right.
he somehow was able to like grip his cheeks and like hit it in the bullseye like perfectly.
Every single person who's in the ER who has a
Whoops.
Hot Wheels in their cavity has said the same thing.
I
and
slipped.
was the dude clothed?
That's how in that did. So it literally.
Listen,
if he
he was not clothed, Jeff.
No.
He was not.
I call BS.
All right. Moving on.
Yep.
All right, so we're going with mine now, and it's going to be hopefully a lighter note that we will end with.
We'll see.
So,
Get to-
there's no
get to the-
way
straight
that
to the
we're
point.
that we're going to take this and run with it any other way. So
just give me a shot.
this is what we're going to do. No, Santa for your kids, yes or no?
Santa baby.
And why? Speaking of kids, mine is yelling at me right now.
Daddy.
Santa,
Daddy.
yes or no for your kids, and why? If you say no, you are wrong.
I'm gonna say
I have no kids. Pass.
that you know of.
Well,
Yes.
there was that one time, and anyways.
In Tijuana.
So
What's the movie with Vince Vaughn where he donates all his love seeds and has like 100 some kids? That's Ray.
That was a good movie, man.
Yes, it
Listen,
was. What
I was
Delivery
thinking
Man,
Vince
right?
Vaughn.
I love Vince Vaughn movies.
What? Hey, it was called The Delivery Man.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
it. That's it. That's a good one.
Aptly named.
I'm going
delivering
to
those
have
kids.
to say
Yeah.
we're no on Santa, but with an asterisk beside it, because like if our kid would come up to us and ask us about Santa, like is he real? We'll say no. But we have tended to with our oldest, we have basically told him, went through the history of Santa Claus, went through like that he wasn't like Saint Nicholas was an actual person, and he was
Right.
known for his generosity, he was known for this, and then that Santa, when he was sort of Americanized and he was like brought to this kind of larger than life creeper looking in on you, type thing.
Right.
But that was just how my wife and I kind of felt, and
Yeah.
but I understand like our middle child, he if he were to come to us, he's 4, and if he were to come and ask, I would be like, let their imagination run and and develop it as a child. But I'm going to be straight up with him, and that's just kind of our reason why.
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
I do. It's with me, it's always been about. Well, I mean, obviously, there's a bigger picture when you get older, and it should be when you're younger. But kids don't think like in terms of we know what the reason for the season is. Obviously, with kids though, it's about being magical. Something that is above adult comprehension. So with that, it's just something about being a kid and thinking that, hey, if I'm good, this guy's going to come from the North Pole where he's made all these toys specially for me. He's going to leave them under the tree. And I'm good with that. I know some people, I don't want to say a lot, but some people that I've, read stuff on are like, no, that's not good. The kids need to know where the presents came from. They don't need to think that some fictional guy came in and left these presents. Where with me, when I was a kid, I had that belief in Santa until I was a certain age. And then when I found out it wasn't that I forgot about the presents I got that were supposedly from Santa, but then I realized, hey, my parents cared enough that they went out and got these things and then gave somebody else the credit. It wasn't about taking credit for them. It was about seeing the sparkle in our eyes when we were younger, and believing that Santa came and dropped these gifts off for us.
Yeah, and I get that, and I'm like I said, like with our kids, it's just like if he asks, but at the same time, if he believes, I'm gonna be. That's just our personal preference, and I don't judge anybody for having something different because I believed in Santa Claus but then like when I got a certain
Jeff
age,
still believes, man.
I do, man.
I mean, I'm ringing the sleigh bell from the Polar Express right now. Can y'all hear it?
I do.
Awesome.
Ding ding ding.
Like that's a great point about your parents. They bought the presents and they gave somebody else the credit. That's awesome, and that's an argument that I haven't heard from as far as that, and that's a great viewpoint. But as far as like the reason kind of why we go down that route, the route of historical, is because of there was an actual man, Saint Nicholas, that literally changed the world. I think he was he was famous for getting a dowry for these three daughters. These three daughters, their father was going to sell them into prostitution, and Saint Nicholas raised a dowry so that they could get married. And like how horrible is that of a father, but that he like his generosity and that the impact that you can make as a human being, that we're still talking about it hundreds of years later, and that the impact that he had on society and his community that's kind of why we try to focus on that.
Yeah. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, to me, it's the concept is kind of the same in principle.
Yeah, but I'm not going to come out and we don't we're not those people that just go around telling kids that the truth about the subject. So we respect other people's, and that's the way it should be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Mike, what do you?
Man, okay. So before getting married, and before having kids, I guess you always think that what you're gonna do as a parent, and how you're gonna do things differently and everything like that. So I was anti-Santa. I was. And I mean, so my wife, that I married, she had two kids, my older two, and they had been raised up with Santa. I mean, how are you going to do anything different from? You can't be a jerk and just
right. You can't come in and crush dreams.
Right. I mean, so there was just kind of this thing, I just kind of adopted it in, and the kids, the older two, ended up actually finding out their stepmom actually, I can't remember the story on how she just let it out to them, and our youngest boy, I mean, he was 6, 7 at the time. So I mean, I'm talking just ruined
dream
it, man.
crusher.
It was. I mean, even though that's happened, I mean, we've raised our little girl up with Santa. I mean, we don't go too far with, most of the presents are from mommy and daddy, and and then Santa has, brings a couple for the kids and stuff. Yep. But the older two, man, they I guess they find magic in letting our little girl, have Santa in her life, Right. I mean, especially our son, him and, our little girl, they're definitely, into the whole we're gonna catch Santa and stuff like that. And I think that's really awesome of him, even because he knows, but he loves experiencing that with her.
Yeah, that's something that he'll always remember, and she'll always remember that. So I mean, it's something that they're building together.
Right. I think that's awesome. I mean, so I can't, but we also, I mean, like Pat and his wife, we bring in the historical part of Saint Nicholas as well, and they ask questions and stuff like that, and we're just like, I don't know how that exactly works. I'm not sure, whatever. But yeah.
So Ray, what do you say to your children that we and you don't know about?
Say, I'm not getting you anything because your mama never told me about you. Does that count? No. And
to end this, I'm gonna say one thing, and it comes from the bottom of my heart. And Pat, please edit this out. Ray, you.
Damn.
You're gonna have to be more specific about what.
And Pat and Mike should feel the same.
I'm sorry, I do research and I try to go the extra mile. I want this podcast to go well.
I don't think going behind your three best friends' backs and getting with their wives.
Damn.
Whoa, easy.
And
That's not what happened. That is not what happened.
And asking them what annoys them, and then portraying it as it annoys you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we want good snippets on social media, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Damn.
See, look, he's got me cussing on the podcast. And
you're welcome for an entertainment.
I wish I knew where you lived, Ray.
You live close. You live closer to Ray than any of us do.
I do.
I'm not gonna lie, that caught me off guard.
It really did. It got me. I'm like,
no, it didn't. Well, it did, but where I caught on was when he started talking about what was the watch, and then I was like, wait a minute, he's going somewhere, because the way he was wording it didn't. I know what annoys Ray. The way he was wording it, this does not annoy Ray. This is coming from an outside source.
I don't know what you're talking about. These things really annoy me.
See, I really thought, I was like, man, okay, so I missed some sort of conversations, some hangout times that, Pat and Ray and then Jeff and Ray have had, and I'm like, huh? What?
No.
And then you went into the whole, moving up north and being, oh my God,
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
And
now you can now all right, so Mike's got his in. Now Pat, go on, throw one out at him.
Yeah, it I honestly it hurt, Ray, because I
he
thought
feels betrayed.
Because it was believable, because I had told people that I'd bought an Apple Watch and took it back, and then bought another one, and I still have it. Anyways, and the making the decisions, and I really thought you had. I thought
Pat's about the whole.
He's like, he knows me.
I thought that, man, Ray really listened to me. He heard me, but I never knew that it annoyed him.
You felt heard.
And then he starts going into the detail, and then I'm like, yeah, Ray is the mouthpiece for our wives, and Ray.
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. This
it's
tread lightly. Tread lightly.
I'm just hurt.
Tread lightly.
I'm hurt.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But I love you, brother. But
things really annoy me.
All right, Ray, send us off, man.
You can reach Mantherapy at Mantherapy Pod on Twitter, Mantherapy Podcast on all other social medias. Thank you for listening to this episode. We hope you have a wonderful and happy holiday season and a great new year. From everyone at Mantherapy, we say
Merry Christmas!
And you, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Boop.
Ding dong, ding dong.
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Merry Christmas to all, and also, Ray can suck it.